So I'm here at the Solomon Schechter School. It's a high school in Westchester County, New York. And I'm here because I was told that if I came here, I would be treated like a rock star. That all the kids here actually know who I am, which is really unusual. Most kids in high school don't watch the news, but I guess these do, and I guess they're especially fond of the On the Road segment. So I just want to see what this is all about.
My grandpa watches the show every week, and he loves it, and it's his favorite news.
Really?
I just wanted to tell you that.
Wow, thank you.
Do you think we can get a picture together?
Yes, of course. Just, you want to be like me? How do you be like me? Well, that's a long story.
Did we make you feel like enough of a rock star?
Yes, you did.
They're great conversation starters. They're great ways to get kids who might not normally be so interested in talking about being a better human being. You know, they're worried about their math test, but they really focus when we show them the videos.
So we see some of the videos, and then we kind of just ask them questions like, what would you do in that situation? How would you react? Do you think you would have done that if you were faced in that situation?
You just usually see, like deaths and wars on the news, and it's sometimes nice to see, little good acts of kindness, because everybody has it in them.
Thank you. Why don't I start out just by telling you a little bit of background about how I got to where I got. When I went to college, I had to pick a major, and so I liked my high school journalism teacher, so I picked journalism, and I just never changed my mind. And I realized pretty early on that I wanted to do the stories that come at the end of the newscast. Not the lead story that all the other reporters were competing for, the fires and the murders and the crime and the corruption. I wanted it to be that story that came at the end that would leave people, feeling something, usually something positive. Crime is naturally dramatic, and it's naturally compelling. It gets overcovered. And the problem with that is it gives people this skewed vision of what the world is really like.
Storms hit the South Plains hard.
These are just 3 of 9 gang-related murders.
Right behind me, you can see where part of the roof collapsed.
I've come to believe that that last story in the newscast is the most important story in the broadcast, because it leaves people, it's kind of the feeling you take home after you watch the show. And I want to leave people with a feeling at the end of the broadcast that the world isn't as bad as they were led to believe in the first 28 minutes of the show. Yes?
What made you want to work for CBS?
CBS, they offered me a job. That made me want to work for them.
If you ended up stopping this for some reason, what would you want your next segment or
What my next job to be? I'd like to teach here, maybe. You're hired. Thank you guys so much.